101.7 World FM.
Later in the show, I interview Shreela and Kash, a filmmaking duo working on their latest film, Rock, Paper, Dice, Enter. Shreela Chakrabartty and Kash Gauni, a filmmaking duo known as Shreela and Kash Films, stopped by the studios to promote their latest film. Here's my interview with this dynamic duo. Rock, Paper, Dice, Enter is a suspense thriller about a diamond heist produced by Shreela Chakrabartty and Kash Gauni. This is Shreela's first feature film as director. Shreela, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you, Naz. It's nice to be here.
Thanks for coming. Can you describe this film?
Rock, Paper, Dice, Enter is an English-language feature suspense thriller based on an original story by Kash Gauni called Once Upon a Llama. Set in the fictitious city of Strathaven, which is North America's hub for cybersecurity. The protagonist of this film is a character named Roman. He's an Indian guy who's dodging the nation's top security team, who only know that he's aware of their security protocols and that he's stolen some diamonds.
What event sparked your interest in working on this particular film?
I had shopped far and wide for thriller scripts across Canada and around the world, and kept hearing about the same suspense plots, murders, violence, stories that didn't really have a lot of depth or awareness about things going on in the world, until I heard this story. And Kash had pitched it to me on the phone one day while we were talking and said, "Hey, I have this story, hear me out." I thought it was very intriguing. The character was interesting. It's very topical. And I'm like, this is it. We're making this film. It has to be told, and it has to be done now.
So why do you think this story is worth telling?
It's a conversation starter. And also, I have a pretty good radar when it comes to things that will become of interest in the future, not now. And so this one is one of those things that the more time progresses, the more we'll be talking about this. And we just hit the pulse.
You are the first woman director in Alberta to work on a suspense thriller. Describe that experience.
Actually, that's pretty funny. I was thinking about this, the fact that there aren't very many feature films made in Edmonton to begin with. But I have been making science fiction and thriller films from the time I picked up a camera at the age of 8.
Wow.
So for me, this is not foreign territory. It's just an extension of normal.
What were your favorite and memorable moments working on this film?
Every aspect of this film is totally memorable. This is my first feature. I love doing all sides of filmmaking. And this film was divided into 2 schedules. The first part of the film was where I was directing 12 people in a single room. That was very challenging and rewarding. The second part of the film was where we were outdoors and we were doing all the thrill stuff. At one point in the film, I was pinching myself because we were in the middle of a field and there was an airplane coming full force right towards us. We're watching it through the camera viewfinder and screaming, all of us, that, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the plane just takes off above our heads and we got the shot. And it was like, this is filmmaking. This is awesome.
That definitely sounds like a very memorable moment. I can't imagine a plane going over me in such a way. It's so crazy. Your concept artist on this film has worked with George Lucas, am I correct?
Robert Bailey, yes. Robert Bailey took time off from Lucasfilms to work on my film. He did the storyboarding and he also helped facilitate a few things and helped out with props. And he was just very excited and very encouraging. I'm actually very humbled because it was his encouragement and support that made it possible to pursue this massive endeavor, and he gave me the confidence to do it.
We will continue this interview later in this show.
You're listening to Nas at Night with Nas Sony Hubel on 101.7 World FM.
That was my interview with Shreela of the filmmaking duo Shreela and Kash Films. Gauni, who plays the main character Roman. Kash also wrote the screenplay. Welcome, Kash.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Well, Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar, and Adab to you and your listeners, and thank you for having us.
Thank you for letting me interview you. Describe your inspiration to write this script.
Well, this all started as a whole journey 7 or 8 years ago when I did my first documentary film. It was actually a friendship mission on an Indian naval ship, a tall ship that left circumnavigating the Earth. It's exactly the time when Iraq was invaded by the Americans. So war was not the answer. I mean, to win something, you need to have knowledge, and knowledge is power. And you can leverage this power to win something or to negotiate something, and that's what I believe in. So this was part and parcel of that thought that made me write this. Originally, book is a manuscript called Once Upon a Lama. That became the film.
So this is actually a script written from a book?
Yeah, it was originally a book that I finished. It was never published. It sat as a manuscript till I actually showed it to Shreela in 2011. I think November 4th, 2011, when I shared with her. And she was like, whoa, this can become a film. So from there, it became actually a screenplay.
What do you hope your audience takes from your film?
What we expect from audiences, audience are really going to decide our lives and our future. So we want them to think deeply of where the connect is on these kind of storylines. What we are telling, the audience is global. We have become a big global village now with all the social interactions we have, the kind of connectivity we have around the world. And the message is not about tolerance of who we are and where we come from. It's about acceptance of each other. And that's only we're going to come out of a lot of difficulties that we face in day-to-day lives.
What are your future plans for your film?
The film is locked at this point, so we have the completed film. It's in the music mode, so Shreela is working on that part. It goes in post-production, and we hope to release it worldwide, first ever theatrical release, and follow a path, and then go to different forms of delivering the content of this film in various forms across the world.
How did the two of you team up?
It's a total autobiographical journey of me and Shreela. When I made my first documentary film, I was at one of the festivals in Toronto, and this is pre-social media day, pre-Yahoo Groups day, where you probably had an odd email or a name or a number. And I shared my documentary with one of the persons down there. I don't even remember who it was. And this person told me that there's a lady by the name of Shreela Chakrabartty living in Edmonton. It's on some documentary festival down there, and she had been interested in having a look at it. This person gave me a name and a number. And I ended up calling her.
So it was a cold call.
It was a cold call.
It was a total cold call. This was end of 2004. And I'm pretty good at dates. If I'm not mistaken, it was around 12th of October 2004.
Look at all the success a cold call makes, man. I should make more cold calls in my career.
In fact, we made half the film without having met.
Really?
Yeah. We didn't meet for almost 7 years, so we were friends. So I did mail her the documentary film, and she sent me an email address, and then came the Facebook and the Twitter. There's an occasional chat, but we had never met until 23rd August 2012.
Thank you very much, Shreela and Kash, for letting me interview you today. I'm really excited about this film. I look forward to its completion. And please keep me updated on future progress. And please come back here when it's ready to screen. And we will announce the screening for sure on the radio.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having us, Naz.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks, Naz.
For more information on this film, please visit rockpaperfilms.com.
The next song probably is one of those songs like it's Sanjay Dutt movie called Khoobsurat. And the reason I probably like this song, this particular segment, is because if you guys realize I met Shreela after 7 years of knowing her. So when I walked in, I realized she was shorter than she always looked in the video to me. And in that song, Sanjay Dutt is way taller than Umla Matondkar. So I was like, that song should be Bahut Khoobsurat Ho from the film Khoobsurat.
Thank you. Only on 101.7 World FM, your international music station.
listening to 1017 World FM. World FM. CKER Edmonton. Your international music station.